we're hearing is that Indigenous students within our college are really upset. It's a really difficult choice for them to make.
As another school year begins here in Montreal for CEGEP students, faculty and staff, concerns loom about the changes to Bill 96, Quebec's language law, with Indigenous students at Dawson College organizing against it. It's now known as Law 14, and under said law, all students in Anglophone colleges are required to take more French courses. A group of Indigenous CEGEP students, along with the Dawson Student Union, are petitioning against it in hopes of an exemption.
This is a language issue, this is a culture issue, this is a people issue, this is an equality issue, honestly, because it's not really equal that, say, a student who graduated 5 years ago only to take 2 French classes to pass, and a student who graduates tomorrow has to take 5. There's no equality in that.
Zye Mayo, a member of the Mohawk Nation of Kahnawake, is in his second year at Dawson College. He has already completed 2 French courses at the school through an Indigenous program called Journeys, which was not credited.
It's a little draining to be like, I've done already all this commitment of work, but it still doesn't count, and now they want me to do 5 more classes, and I have dyslexia.
Mayo was among the few Indigenous people advocating with the student union on the effects Law 14 has. According to the Dawson College website, there is an estimated 300 Indigenous students in Anglophone CEGEPs in Quebec. Data from Dawson's Quality Assurance and Planning Office says that college-wide, around 80% of all students pass all of their courses in their first semester, while Indigenous students see less than 50%.
A lot of them are having to choose between their education and their communities. So having to come to CEGEP already is such a far distance from where they live, their communities, their homes, their families.
Doyle said the union's goals are to represent and stand with their student body and want to bring more awareness in hopes the Quebec government will respond.
A lot of students weren't really aware of the impact this had on Indigenous students themselves. The other people we were talking to, they're English or they're French, and yeah, they really had no idea.
In an email statement sent to City News Montreal, the Quebec Ministry of Higher Education said the provincial government is fully committed to its mission to support accessibility and success for First Nations and Inuit students, and that they allow institutions to develop in complementary general education a range of French courses adapted to First Nations Indigenous students, with a working group that will be created during the fall session with the aim of identifying the best means to implement to support course success and evaluate the courses offered, student progress, and the necessary educational support. Mayo says they hope the word is spreading, saying as Ganyakahaga, the 7 generations philosophy always stands for their culture and people.
Fighting this law now might not help me and might not help people in my generation, but maybe our grandkids in 50 years will be able to not have to deal with a law like this.
In Montreal, Tehosterihens Deer, City News.